The Vantage Pro Series Playoffs heads to Atlanta for race number 1 out of 10 here today. Atlanta Super Speedway. The new layout, we got drivers coming out on track, qualifying, about to start. Welcome everybody to the playoffs. Welcome everybody to the Vantage Pro Series here on YouTube for the first time ever. With me today in the booth, my longtime commentary partner, ASAP Purge.
Hello everybody, glad to be here today.
So Purge, your first race commentating on iRacing was here at Atlanta for the Truck Series. We're back here today, expecting to see some fireworks.
Yeah, if it's going to be anything like the truck race, I expect nothing less than a masterclass race here.
And it is a playoff race as well, so these drivers are vying for their spot in the next round. We'll go over the playoff standings here relatively soon, but for the meantime, qualifying underway. 5-minute qualifying, you get 2 laps to throw down a good lap. You smack the wall, it gets invalidated. Let's see where these drivers end up. First driver across the line is going to be Jacob Hoskins in the 47. Aesop builds number 47. He goes fastest.
I just hope it can stay that way. I know Hoskins has a lot of speed on these super speedways. He knows where to be at the right times. And actually, for that truck race, my debut, he finished second. He almost won the thing. It came up just so short. So hopefully he can get it done today. I believe a win today would be his first career Vantage Pro Series win, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, first win in the Pro Series. If Hoskins could bring it home today, let's see if he improves. He's almost half a second off of Daniel Michel. And he goes fastest overall. Jacob Hoskins, provisional pole position here at Atlanta. Can anyone beat him? 4 1,000ths of a second from Michel.
Yes.
Just off. Todd Lee, does he improve? Doesn't look like it.
If you're Hoskins seeing that Michelle missed pole, that is a huge green flag, green light, anything. Because that is probably the fastest guy and probably the biggest threat out of any race here in the Vantage Pro Series. So seeing him not being able to out-qualify you has got to be a great sign.
Yeah, Daniel Michel, the man to beat all season long, ever since the iRacing League started, really, as Ben Kuhn comes across the line here. Where does he go? Good enough for 5th. A couple of drivers seemingly opting out of qualifying. We got Tyler Justice joining us. That should be fun. William Hightower yet to set a lap time. But yeah, like you said, Daniel Michel, the driver to beat. He's never won at a drafting track at a super speedway. He's always been up towards the front, but when that white flag drops, something always happens to Daniel Michel. So looking for that first win on a drafting track. It looks like he might be starting second here today.
Yeah, I believe you're doing enough for his 2 laps, so he can improve on his time. So it looks like it is going to be at least a provisional second for him. I don't know how many guys we have qualifying left. I do believe an entry field of 9, but I don't know how many you said were opting out.
Yeah, it looks like it got bumped up to 10 here with a few minutes to go in qualifying. But I don't think anyone else is going to qualify. If they do, they have a minute and a half to do it. See there, top left of your screen.
Oh,
New and improved graphics, so a bit of a slide for Ben Kuhn, who's coming into the pits now. And we got Landon Bednarz, the Talladega winner. Speaking of drafting tracks, he has a win here. He won his way into the playoffs. And he's going to qualify here in that 20 car.
just one guy left on qualifying. You said the rest of the guys all opted out of qualifying, correct?
Yeah, it looks like it. Even if they went now, I don't think they would have enough time. It'd be super borderline if they did. But yeah, Hightower, Gas, and Tyler Justice all going to be opting out. Landon Bednarz will be racing here. And I will make a note that I did predict Kurt Bray was going to go out in the first round of the playoffs. And his iRacing was stuck updating. And he will be missing this first race.
Yeah, speaking of problems, it seems a lot of drivers in the garage are having problems tonight. We have just gotten an update that William Hightower is reporting issues to his sim rig, so that might be the reason why he's not qualifying tonight. Hopefully he can get it fixed before the race starts. That would be detrimental to his playoff chances.
Yeah, that would be huge. He does have a slight gap with the playoff points accumulated over the course of the regular season, but of course you don't want to miss a full race. That could be huge.
Yeah, no kidding. But while we were on the topic of drivers to pick, I think, and this is all bias aside this time, this is just purely based off of what I've seen during practice, qualifying just now. I think Hoskins might be the guy. I think he's going to get his first win tonight.
We're predicting.
He shows a lot of promise tonight.
Predicting a
Yeah,
Hoskins W.
The problem is with him, he's been caught up in a lot of incidents at super speedway tracks that aren't his fault. He's just the bad place at a bad time. But now he's starting on the front row, so he's already in front of all the drama.
Well, let's
That's
take a
already
look
a great thing for him.
at this grid. Hoskins on pole position. Daniel Michel, the regular season champion, outside row one. Row number 2, Ben Kuhn and Sean Purcell, starting P3 and P4. Sean's brother Kyle not here today. That's another big playoff driver out of the picture. Derek Fye in P5 and Landon Bednar is an all aftershock. Row number 3, P5 and P6 there. Starting out P7, Todd Lee and Brandon Gass, who did not qualify, starting in P8 in that Sonic Harvick livery right there. P9 and 10, that's going to be William Hightower and Tyler Justice. Look at that 33 car. That is a beautiful paint scheme if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that's... I wish I could have saw that during qualifying. That is an absolutely fire paint scheme. But I would personally have to go with Brandon Gass or Hoskins. Obviously, no bias here, but if I had to give it to one, I'd probably give it to Brandon Gass because I just have a soft spot for that Richard Childress font.
Yeah, it's definitely an iconic font. And Hightower seemingly still having problems. Hopefully, he's got 40 some odd seconds to get to the grid here, as we're going to go racing here very shortly. But while we wait for them, let's go ahead and take a look at the point standings coming into today. So first race of the playoffs, 3-race round. And here are your playoff standings. So these are the playoff points reset to 1,000 plus the playoff points you gained over the regular season. You see Daniel Michel there with 103 playoff points. He could essentially set out a full race and still have a massive advantage over everybody else. Hoskins, Fye, and Kuhn all below the cut. If they get a strong finish here, they could be on the inside after one race. Any predictions here, Purge, of what we're seeing after the first round of the playoffs?
I don't know. I think Hoskins can throw in a huge wrench in everybody's playoff plans, especially with him qualifying on pole today. A win would shake everything up. So Hoskins going to be a threat for a lot of people's playoff chances today. So got to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, absolutely. We're coming to the green flag right now. Driver should be ready to go here any moment. There you see the field all on your screen. It is Jacob Hoskins and Daniel Michel leading us to green. No pressure, boys. Let's see how long they can keep it clean for.
It's a bit of a smaller field tonight, so I think these guys don't have an incentive to be that aggressive lap one. So I think maybe as the race goes on, we'll see a lot of aggressive moves. But for now, I think it's going to be a little chill for now. Never know, though. I could always be wrong.
Yeah, we're going to find out here. Coming to green, off of 4, here comes the pace car. All eyes on Jacob Hoskins. Green flag in the air, and we are racing at Atlanta in the Vantage Pro Series playoffs.
Not too great of a start for Hoskins here. Usually when the leader goes on the restarts or starts, they usually get about a car length's lead.
Michel.
The guy in second, and Michel's going to clear him now. So Hoskins with a horrible start. He's going to fall all the way down to the third, getting challenged for fourth now.
Yeah, that inside lane at all didn't get a good jump. The 48 of Ben Kuhn was not ready. Hoskins had no one pushing him, but you see out front, it's Sean Purcell and Daniel Michel. They were ready to go, and he's going to lead the first lap here at Atlanta.
Yeah, as you see that inside continue to struggle, it looks like Hoskins is going to try and merge. He does successfully merge to the high lane. He knows that the bottom lane is not going to be optimal right now, especially with that start they had. It looks like the inside line is dying almost immediately. There's only about 3 cars left.
Yeah,
apologies.
Everyone's jumping up to the top there. You can see even in the back they're jumping up to the top. We saw a similar strategy in the trucks race. Everyone was running that middle to high line, and the bottom really couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, that's a bit odd to me, especially considering that at in real life, this track, you would want to hug the bottom as much as possible because that gets you around the track faster. But these guys are seemingly ripping the high line, so maybe a little bit of a difference from virtual track to real life track. Who knows?
Yeah, track temp could also be a factor here, as you're seeing gas. And look at this now. They're starting to run the bottom here in 3 and 4. Maybe they just wanted to get clear. Things are going to change up a little bit here. Gas was in front of that bottom lane. Now they're going to jump to the top. Let's see what they run down into turn 1. It's the bottom to middle. Yeah, it's starting to change up a little bit.
Yeah, I think everybody's still trying to get a feel for the track right now, and it's definitely seeming like it. A lot of guys choosing the middle, high, bottom. Looks like everybody's trying to find their groove as of now, but it looks like it is shifting towards that middle line, if anything, because every lap so far we've seen guys run that middle line. Regardless if it's on the bottom or high line, we still see a lot of guys running that bottom or that middle.
Yeah, they're in that middle, the 74, trying to go to the bottom. Is anyone really going to go with him? He's got Ben Kuhn, who goes to the high side, so it's a bit of a gap back to Derek Fye in the 09 car. And that bottom lane, falling back once again, it's Daniel Michel up front, Brandon Gass in second.
Yeah, Brandon Gass actually had not made a qualifying lap for this race, and he is already up to P2. A phenomenal effort from him. He's taking advantage of everybody using these opening laps to get a feel for the track, and he moved himself all the way up to second position, and he's right on the bumper, Michelle, not letting up a little, any actually.
Yeah, Gass and Michel, teammates in the ARS Next Up series, but no friendship here. It's going to be gloves off come the end of the race, but right now it's a little bit early. We got Gass, Michel, Bednarz, Kuhn. Now everybody's kind of going single file back to Sean Purcell, still trying to make that bottom work, but you see he's going to fall in line right there.
Yeah, that might play into the strategy I mentioned before we started this race. There is obviously no incentive to be so aggressive early on in this race, so everybody just kind of getting single file, just riding around the track. Really no incentive to challenge for the lead. Obviously, we already into fuel saving mode already. Sitting behind someone else's draft helps you save a lot of fuel. So I'm not too surprised because we got 150 plus laps left of this event.
Yep, 153 laps to go. Stage end of lap number 64. Green flag racing so far. A little bit of side-by-side action here as the 20 of Bednarz goes to the bottom. He's got his teammate Hoskins behind him. See if those two can work together.
Yeah, that middle line, or that bottom line always seems to try and sprout or run every other lap or so, but I just don't think it's going to work. Maybe this time it might, though. We only have 4 guys on the high line. Everybody else opting to use that bottom lane here, so maybe the tides are shifting early on in the race here. As Bednarz is getting up to position, he's going to challenge for second, maybe even first here if he gets a big enough run.
He just might. We'll see if Hoskins can push. He's got Sean Purcell behind him, that bottom lane trying to make a run. But the high line gets the run off of turn number 2, and every single time they just kind of manage to pull away. And there goes Gass to the bottom. Gass hijacking the bottom lane.
And he's going to take the lead from Michel here.
Squeezes him up a little bit. Gass to the front of the field. Daniel Michel now only has 2 cars behind him, and now the high lane kind of disappearing here.
Yeah, the tides definitely shift in terms of which lane you want to run here. For the first 10 laps, we saw the outside was the more dominant line, and now the bottom seems to be the fastest as everybody goes back up to the high line now. So it's just a little of this, a little bit of that from what it seems as of now.
You kind of get the feeling that the leader sort of determines what lane is going to be out front. You can see now the 25 trying to make the high line work. No one goes with him. He's going to drop.
Yeah, he's going to be left out to dry. Yeah, he's going to drop like an anchor even. He is falling back, losing positions. You have no help. You're going to fall back almost immediately here. Everybody's opting for that bottom line.
He's desperately trying to find a way to fit in. He does there. He's trying to get the side draft there for a minute. And here's Tyler Justice making his first start in the Vantage Pro Series in that 33 Bomb Pop Rogue Energy car. Looking nice out there. Here comes Michel again. Trying to get the outside. No one's going to go with him. Not sure what he's going for here.
I think he's trying to just trying to see if anyone will go with him if he tries the outside line. Obviously not working. You're going to tuck back in down to the bottom line.
Yeah, nowhere to go for the 25. Nowhere to go for a lot of these guys. But right now it's Gass out front. Landon Bednarz biding his time right behind him. Top 4, all playoff drivers. Then we get to Tyler Justice, who is not a playoff driver. So he's here. Well, he's got nothing to lose. Does the 33. Everyone else is racing for playoff points, I do believe. Yeah, Hightower, by the way, did get going.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of surprised. I haven't seen anyone try to attempt at least a side draft when going on the outside lane. I know we saw that a lot in the truck series, but not as of now. I have not seen anyone attempt to side draft off another car. We saw it work fantastically in the truck race. We saw, I think, who was it? It was Newell.
Yeah, Newell
Soar
was...
past guys on, yeah, it was on the inside. He's just rocketed around the inside line to get himself up to, I think it was P3 before he fell back.
There's Michelle trying it. He's trying that outside lane, but he's not really trying the side draft. Might be a little bit different here in the Cup cars. I've heard different things about dirty air in these Cup cars. These Gen 7 Cup cars. Specifically, whoa, I think you got a little bit close there.
Whoa, yeah, that was odd. But yeah, these cars, that was so close. It was really close. I think maybe an inch more and he would have turned the number, who was that? That's 44. A 33. Apologies. He's
got a bump draft going here.
Scoreboard. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the biggest thing when it comes to these Cup cars is the aero blocking. These cars, in all due respect, don't really take a lot of willpower to drive. I mean, you just got to make sure you're aero blocking, and you basically got yourself an easy win here in these Cup cars. So it makes it a little trickier to navigate your way around tracks like Atlanta, which are unique, you could say, because it's less than 2 miles. You're still flat out there at this track. So it's particular.
It is effectively a super speedway. It's the 74 of Sean Purcell. Has a peak in the tri-oval, but doesn't try anything more than that. Yeah, it is. It's the profile of a regular intermediate 1.5 miles, but drives like a super speedway, and that's what NASCAR was going for when they reprofiled it. And I don't know, it's just a very interesting track, to say the least.
It's certainly one of a kind. I don't think I can name any other track like this. Maybe Auto Club. But even then, you still had to let off there. You couldn't take this track flat out. This one, you can. So it makes racing this. We see it 3 wide. Yeah, I don't know if that's a little iffy. Makes it work, though.
Yeah. Tyler Justice, Daniel Michelle on the outside of Hoskins, who is now in 6th position with his teammate behind him. No need to panic. Plenty of time here. I think a good run for Hoskins is all he needs here to kind of inch closer towards the next round of the playoffs. Of course, a win would always help as well. And Sean darting to the outside. He's got Daniel Michelle. Fake's going with him, but tucks back in and hangs him out to dry.
Oh no, he's gonna fall all the way back now.
Bednar's
I don't know. Bednar goes to the outside. Purcell tucks back in. They're all gonna tuck back in down to the bottom. And now a little wiggle from the 33. Keeps it going though.
Running 4th place right now. Scored as the 44, has the 33 on his car. That's Tyler Justice. Hard to miss paint scheme here, and hard to miss driving so far. Up to 4th place. Qualified in 6th, qualified in 10th, didn't qualify at all.
Yeah, and another person who didn't qualify is Brandon Gasson. Look where he's at. He's at the front now, so maybe not qualifying might be the new meta for these guys.
The old Tyler Fink method, just last to first challenge every race for no reason. It's working here, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's proven to work. He won a season opening race by doing that, and won at New Hampshire, too. If you can play your cards right, I believe the no qualifying track could actually work in your favor. I don't know how, but it's just...
It could. We'll see here.
A little bit of
black magic.
Black magic, you could say. Yeah.
Nose to tail. Look at those two. They're starting to pull away a little bit. Tandem drafting a la 2009 Super Speedway package. It kind of died down there a little bit.
Yeah, until I think we see some pit stops here, I think it's going to be just this. Single file racing for now. Maybe a few peaks, but other than that, I think everybody's just playing it safe for now. No one wants to take that risk. Jump the car, ruin their chances at a potential win, especially with how small the field is tonight. Everybody's chances have been raised substantially.
Yeah, I think you're going to see these guys be a lot more careful, at least in the first probably half of this race, maybe until the later stages. Of course, Super Speedway Racing, once it gets, time to fight for a win, all bets are off. But until then, I think they'll be pretty tame.
Yeah, you see Bednar's, and who is that? I believe that is Purcell on the outside, trying to make it work again. Nobody wants to go with them. So they're going to probably lose a spot or two here.
There you go.
Gotta find a safe place to merge back in, maybe behind Hoskins, but that gap is tight, especially with Derek Fye closing it in. I think maybe only one of them would be able to get back in, but none of them are to go for that.
Yeah, Hoskins is
And
kind
now,
of
so they're
trying to arrow block him a little bit, maybe on purpose, maybe on accident, but in the middle of 3, he slid up the track. We'll see if he does it here again, but look at the 33. Tyler Justice giving a half draft to the cars behind him. Is it a half draft or is it a half block?
call it what you will, but it's still a pretty good sight to see. And speaking of good things to see, Purcell and Bednar's haven't actually lost any positions since they pulled out of line. They have kept speed with at least
just
Hoskins.
As you say that, the 20 smacks the
Oh,
wall in the tri-oval. Real-time commentary curse. They're going to lose 2 spots since you mentioned that they hadn't lost any spots.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Well, it's okay. They can regroup. They still got 130-ish laps left in this race. So don't
count them out.
Get too distracted. Yeah, don't count them out, especially for a small wall tap here. It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. They do survive. I think they're learning that maybe the high line right now is not the way to go. And they're both in the wall there.
Both of the they both go for a little bit of a wall ride here.
Take a look at what he did. They're gonna drop all the way back now. So full on back of the field.
They're still trying to put up a fight at least. I mean, they had a perfect opportunity to tuck in right there, but they're still trying to make that outside line work. And that raises the question of, when does it become too much of a risk? They've already gone into the wall twice. How long before they decide this is not viable? Because they got to be tearing up that car, trying to make the outside line work.
Yeah, and they're not.
And it'll get to that point. Yeah, exactly. And it'll get to that point where their car is going to be too damaged to have any aerodynamic advantage.
Yeah, you do have that one fast repair, but you don't want to use it on, just banging up the walls, especially at a super speedway where the big one can happen at any moment. This whole field has been within, a quarter of a second the entire race. One wrong move and everyone's out.
And we saw this exact situation play out in the truck race here, where for the first half of the race, everybody was calm, chill, maybe a handful of cautions for solo spins, but everybody was tame for the most part. And then when those final maybe 50 or so laps came, we saw people get aggressive and just devolved into chaos, I guess you could say, especially with that last lap crash. So you obviously want to save your fast repair, because I do know that there's been a couple of guys who have lost races, been DNF because they used their fast repair too quickly for small minor incidents instead of toughing it out and using it when you get substantial damage in a big crash.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be careful here. I see Ben Kuhn jumping to the outside now, and these guys, Bednar's and Purcell, still trying to make it work, but still nothing doing. They're barely hanging on to where they were.
Yeah. I mean, on the plus side, they at least gained a new driver on the high line with them. Ben Kuhn going to work with them on that high line. But until they get maybe 1 or 2 more cars, I just don't think it's a viable option to keep riding that high line. You got to find a way to merge in, because especially if you're the 3 cars on the high side, you're going to be burning fuel probably faster trying to keep up with these guys.
Yeah, and they're going to be on their own strategy, especially come the stage is going to be flipped around with them for sure. So we'll have to keep an eye on those top 3, or the top line rather. Gas continues to lead. Michelle and Justice still 3rd and 2nd. Bednar's fighting with his teammate. It's interesting to see the 47 and the 20 are teammates. And you got Derek Fye behind him.
Nice. Look at that. Just as I say it, people are starting to work up now with the high line.
Bednar's.
Yeah. For the most part.
It worked out. You get to see the ties are shifting.
Yeah, now it's definitely shifting again. So I guess just toughing it out worked out for them. As we have
Ryan Newell.
Oh,
that's
he's
wide.
back on the track. Uh-oh. Yeah, I noticed that he had been marked as out for the first 30-ish laps of the race. Now he's finally back on the track. Obviously down a multitude of laps, so I don't think we're gonna get 29 cautions here. I don't think that's
possible, but not likely. He's just out there to get some points.
Just log laps, get some points. Yeah, just bring it home at least. Bring it home one piece. Better than nothing, honestly. Because you could also have the possibility of one of these guys DNFing, and you jump him in position too. So it's better to just
could always get 1 more point.
Just log laps. If nothing happens, oh well. If drivers DNF around you, good for you. It's as long as you stay out of the way, don't get in any trouble. It's basically a guaranteed in points.
Yeah, it is. Gas is dropping all the way back. He was at the front, so was Michelle. They got shuffled around, and now it is Landon Bednar's leading the way. Gas is going to drop nearly to last place here. He's still trying to run the highline. Maybe he's purposely trying to drop back. Or is he waiting for the 25? Or are they going to try and work together?
I don't know. I think maybe he wants, because he had been leading for a while, so he wasn't saving fuel as much as these guys sitting in his draft for. So maybe he's trying to save a little bit of fuel by sitting in the draft now.
Yeah, he just might be. We'll have to see. Bednar's, who's been on full push mode since the start of this race. I've been curious to see. It's probably going to be in the next 5 to 10 laps that we're going to see some green flag pit stops, I would imagine, as they are side by side. Here comes Michelle again, working his way up through the field, so he's not waiting for gas. They're not going to be working together, those two.
Yeah, I think it was just a little bit of a coincidence. We got some guys pitting already.
Yep, just as I said that, in the next 5 to 10 laps, turns out we're going now. It's Todd Lee and William Hightower coming in on lap 35. It's about 35 to 40 laps is what we're looking at for a green flag fuel run. Don't want to speed here.
Yeah, that raises the question. Now, they've been sitting in the back of the field all race, so that raises the question of when did we see these guys start coming in? The next lap? The lap after that?
Yeah, I would imagine
Wait and see.
it's going to be real soon here, especially for these front cars, Bednar's and Bednar's, Purcell, and Ben Kuhn. They stay out another lap, so you're going to lose at least one lap here if you're pitting.
Yeah, but I do imagine they'll get that lap back. If these guys pit, I don't think, and would this be an overcut? Would continue to put on the lap down.
They're going to have to work together. That's for one thing. You can't not draft here.
Yeah, they'll definitely go down a lap. I don't know if they'll go down 2. This track is a little bit. Nope, they're pitting.
Here comes everybody except for Daniel Michelle.
Ooh.
Michelle stays out, all on his own. That's not great, Purge. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. It's just high risk, low reward for staying out. Overcutting, yeah, you stay out longer. You have position. But who do you have to work with to keep that position? Everybody else will be in a pack, have the draft, be maybe 10, 15 miles an hour faster than you. You're just going to lose time.
At least he's coming in now, maybe? Yes, so a full lap later.
Yeah, I don't know if he had maybe missed the pit entry and had to go around it again, or if he's trying to overcut, but I don't agree with that one, this time at least. It's too early to be trying to overcut the field. Maybe if it was like the final 20 laps, yeah, I'd get it. But it's still a little early, so conflicting strategies here early on.
Purcell's going to come out first of this second group that pitted. My question is, where in relation to Daniel Michelle will they be? He's just now getting to his pit stall. Oh, I don't love it. I'll be honest, I really don't love it.
Yeah, they're already on the back stretch, getting up to speed now. Those pit stops take about maybe 10-ish seconds if you're getting fuel and tires.
Here comes Todd Lee,
and
by
they're
the way.
closing that gap rapidly.
Here come those two, Todd Lee and William Hightower, who pit early. They're trying to get around all these cars in the way. Ben Kuhn's blinking in and out. That's dangerous.
And Michelle's dropping like a rock in the pits. Yeah, that was certainly
Michelle's still in the pits. We'll
Hmm.
keep an eye on that, but he might have sped. If they're holding him that long, he might have sped.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he sped when coming on the pit road. It looked very questionable. I believe we're getting an update. I'll check right now just to see. No, that was a welcome message. I apologize.
We'll have to wait and see.
I would assume it's a penalty because he's still in the pits. At least that's what the.
He's a lap down now. One full lap. Luckily for him, he has 113 playoff points coming into today. So.
Yeah, so he can afford at least maybe one bad race in the playoffs. I don't know about 2, but he can definitely afford 1. He honestly could have just skipped this round entirely.
He really could have, yeah.
But obviously, yeah. But I don't blame him for showing up. I'd love logging laps. Any chance I get, I love logging laps. So, but right now he is on a different strategy, a lap down now. So I don't know what could have been going through his mind. Besides that penalty, he still would have come out way behind the pack, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it didn't work out. His pit time was 48 seconds, so more than likely a 40-second hold for speeding in the pit lane for Daniel Michel, the regular season champion, defending champion, and the current points leader. So he is now running 10th position. And again, his bad luck on drafting tracks continues.
Well, everybody has cycled back out into the positions. You got a few separate packs now.
The top 3, followed by the next
Top 3 split up.
4.
Next 4. And I believe,
Don't look
3 again. So
here comes Brian.
3, 4, 3.
Only 28 laps
Yeah,
down now.
too bad he's 28 laps. I was gonna say that would take a lot of cautions here, and so far we've been caution free. They've been super clean. There's a oh my goodness,
careful,
that was close. I was just about to say this thing might go caution free if they keep racing like this, but I almost got put in my place by who was that?
Todd Lee.
Hightower.
Yeah. We got the 46, the 47. Wait, hang on. We got the 45, the 46, the 47, and the 48 all working together. Hoskins, Kuhn, Lee, and Hightower.
Yeah, they've been super clean right now. I think right now they're at a safe point. No threat of any wrecks. Everybody's just kind of just chilling. And I know I said it before, but this is a genuine comment. This isn't an attempt at a artificial commentary's curse. There's a really good chance we go caution free today.
I think we might.
Nobody's really been that aggressive to try and force their way to the lead. Oh,
here comes Ben Kuhn trying to have a look at the inside. Rather aggressively. He's on the apron.
Oh man.
Surely,
yeah, okay. I was gonna say, surely it's not. Did the racing gods take control of his wheel for a second? That was a little odd.
He heard the script. He had the commentary's itch. This pack now has grown. He's got Derek Fye. We've got Tyler Justice joining in here with Todd Lee. Brian Newell now coming into the pits, looks like. Michelle still a lap down. Well, luckily for Daniel Michelle, we're going to have the stage caution in about 18 laps, end of 64. So he'll get that lap back.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a good reminder not to try absurd strategies this early on. Again, I'd understand if it was like 20 to go, but we still have over 100 laps to go, and you're trying to overcut the field already?
Yeah, maybe. I really don't know, because everyone's going to make it to the end of the stage, so it's not like it's borderline. I think everyone would have comfortably made it to the end of the stage. So, yeah.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say maybe he missed the pit entry and had to go around again.
Yeah, well, either way, he sped and had a 40-second hold, so strategy or not, he would have had an extra long pit stop.
Yeah. So this pack has grown to 6 now. Only people who are not in this pack are the top 3, Michelle and Newell. So, yeah, there's a good chance that pack of 6 catches the pack of 3 here.
If they work together, they can. Question is, can they work together? They're single file right now.
I think that's the best way to get up to them is probably racing single file, because racing side by side in a pack does slow you down a little bit because you are taking the side air off the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
Down a little bit, getting a little bit of drag. I do think the strategy right now would be single file, much as the guys in the top 3 positions are.
Gap's already down to 1.2 seconds. It was 1.5 at the start of the last lap. So at this right there, very easily going to catch this front pack of 3, and then we're going to have a real race for these stage positions. 1.1.
It's definitely closing. I think maybe within the next lap or 2 they'll catch him if they continue to push this hard.
Tyler Smith. Let's give a shout out to Tyler Smith, who joined. Excuse me, Tyler Justice. Tyler Smith is one of our other drivers. Tyler Justice, who joined for the IndyCar side of things, showed up here today and is having a pretty strong race so far, running 5th place for a Pro Series.
Yeah, not
debut.
bad, especially for a debut rookie. It's impressive to see, and a little I would say optimistic for the IndyCar series, seeing that you have guys who have actual pace to compete. So maybe we might see some interesting battles in the IndyCar season.
Yeah, Vantage Indy Special League starting on Saturday. Racing at Sebring. Still time to register. Still time to get your seats reserved for that. But right now, Derek Fye is trying to reserve a seat in the top 3 for this stage finale. And it's under a second now for this pack.
It's one thing to catch up to them. It's going to be another thing to pass them. We've seen a lot of guys struggle to pass cars throughout all of these laps run so far. So I wonder how they're going to tackle that challenge.
Front Bria getting a
when
little
they get
feisty.
closer.
Yeah. We'll have to see what the leader does. Sean Purcell, maybe he'll... Well, I mean, he'll have to. He'll have to block the line, assuming that this Fye-led pack is going to shoot to either the inside or the outside, where the leaders aren't. We're going to find out very shortly.
Nope. Oh, he faked it. Oh, they're snaking a little bit.
That kind of broke up the pack behind him, though. I think that killed the momentum.
Yeah, that definitely killed the momentum a lot. So you did a little fake, but at what cost?
Here comes Todd Lee at the inside in the 46, and yeah, Derek Fye. I like what he was thinking, but no one else was picking up what he was putting down, and it cost him big time. We got Kyle Purcell in the chat, in the process of building his new rig. That's why he couldn't make the race.
I'll take the hand-me-down. If he doesn't want it, I'll take the hand-me-down.
Free rig. Simple $1,000 mailing fee.
Yeah, that's okay. Or you can walk it over, you know.
You can walk it over. You can also do that. So Fye and Hoskins working together. Those two are teammates, of course. Bednar's their other teammate, running in second place right behind Sean Purcell. Just about 10 to go until the end of the stage.
Yeah, so the only two people who aren't in this lead pack right now are Daniel Michelle and Brian Newell. Brian Newell in the pit. I don't know what's going on with him. He did say that he was having trouble with his trading pains, but surely you don't want to go more laps down just to fix your trading pains. You just put an asterisk next to your paint scheme. Like, this is not my scheme.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, yeah. I mean, he couldn't make it. I think he was having problems. A lot of these guys having problems. It's a cursed race, I tell you. I'm not sure what's going on here. But
Yeah, there was a lot of people struggling with their attendance, their race car in general, or their setup. A lot of what's the word? There's a saying that they have, like there's gremlins in your car or something like that, messing with it.
Got gremlins in our setups.
Bunch of gremlins, yeah.
Gremlins in the computers and the.
I think LW Wright might have made his return here. Put some stand in these guys' car.
Ryan Newell says that the paint scheme he has on should be 24. So we'll have to reload that once we get to commercial, I guess. At
Yeah.
that stage, but yeah.
Well, speaking of commercials and ads, you know who this race is not benefiting in the slightest?
Could it be ASAP Builds?
No, it would. Oh, okay, buddy. It would be Tay-Fi Artist.
That's
Usually
true.
she's the main sponsor of the cautions, and we've been caution free all race. So the only caution I think we'll get is probably that stage caution.
Also,
So not a good day if you're Tay-Fi Artist.
well, that's not necessarily true. Let's get a close-up of the 09 car, sponsored by Tay-Fi Artist. Derek Fye, rocking our caution sponsor, and of course also his wife, believe it or not. So
Yeah.
she's getting
How
a little bit of
ironic
a
would that be if he got into the caution with the caution sponsor? A little bit of irony right there.
Is it
Obviously, I'm not hoping that would happen. Oh, who's in the wall?
That's the 48, Ben Kuhn. A little bit too high there. This is not Homestead. You do not want to be running that high line that close to the wall anyways.
Yeah, that was the Kyle Larson line taken to the extreme here at a drafting track.
Maybe got a little bit of dirty air. Whoa. But yeah, Derek Fye, sponsored by Tay-Fi Artists today. We'll see if... I'll tell you what, if Derek's a good husband, he'll cause a caution here so he can get double the exposure for his wife.
Exactly. He'll get the caution camera and the graphic.
So Todd Lee working up the inside. The top two are pulling away. Ryan and Gas got pushed to the outside, and we have a slight outside line forming. 3 cars. Gas, Hoskins, and William Hightower there, although they are dropping back. That high line still nowhere to be found.
I would like to mention our pole sitter has not led a single lap this race, so make of that as what you will.
Yeah. You did get pole, and he's been running around back here. Maybe he's just trying to save fuel. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you finish.
Yeah. I'll just trust the process on this one. I think a lot of motorsports fans know that usually it's the back marker or the smaller teams that usually finish higher up in the big races like Daytona, Talladega and stuff because they hang back. They avoid all the wrecks and they get the top 10.
That is true. Daniel Michel's in danger of going 2 laps down here.
Uh-oh.
And by in danger,
yeah, he goes.
He's cooked.
He is going to. So yeah, he's gonna get 1 lap back on the stage break, but that's still gonna put him down a lap. So that might have just killed his race because we've been caution-free all race. And if it continues to do so, he'll be trapped a lap down.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the last lap of the stage right now. End of this lap will be the end of stage number 1. Purcell, Bednarz, and Lee out front. Did they make a move?
Ooh. Who is Michel blocking? I know he's a lap car, but he's blocking someone. Or at least for a moment he was.
Maybe we're trying to work with Gas, perhaps?
What about continuing your lap car? But hey, who am I to judge? It's you said they were teammates in ARA, right?
ARS, yes. Off of 4, it is going to be
ARS.
Sean Purcell winning the stage here at Atlanta. There's your first caution of the day. Stage caution, the only stage of the day. Sean Purcell, Liner Bednarz, and Todd Lee, your top 3. And I'm assuming we're going to see everybody come in here for some tires and gas.
Dude, if I were the race officials here, I would red flag this race for 41 laps. Let Newell get his laps back. Have everybody in the fight.
Let Newell get his laps back, but keep Daniel Michel 2 laps down to make it fair.
Yeah, just give it's kind of like the balance of pressure or balance of performance thing.
Yeah, it's a World Endurance Championship kind of BOP. All right, so here comes some pit stops. I'm assuming everyone's going to come in here. Like I said, the answer is more than likely yes. Looks like it. Michel, oh no, surely not. Stays out. Maybe he pits here.
Man, what is?
He's gonna try and get another lap back.
Well, I think he wants to get. I was gonna say maybe he wants to try and get both laps back, and then pit. Because at the end of the day, he'll still be just at the tail of the field.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, he's got to try something here. His race is in the dumps right now, so he's got to try something to get some field position. He's gonna get a wave around anyways. I think maybe he's hoping he'll get yet another lap back. What are we doing here?
So he'll be 1 lap down. The lead pack has just barely entered their pit stalls. So I don't know.
We're going to see everyone getting tires by the looks of it. Gas overshot his pit stall just a little bit. He had a reverse there, as you saw. So that's going to cost him a little bit of time.
Well, he was already at the back, so, I mean, he's not really losing anything.
Sean Purcell gets out first. Lyndon Bednarz in second. I think that's just how they entered as well. And as we continue to pace, let's go ahead and get a word from our sponsor. Challenge for the win! Gonna get a long sim. Off of 4, they touch! They touch! Drag race to the line! Could it happen again? Photo finish! Yes! Daniel Michel! What a finish! We're gonna go for it! For the lead! Oh my goodness! 3 wide in turn 3. Run to the line! They're wrecking! Side by side! Who got it? Side by side! Right to the line! Who's it gonna be? G for CP and CP edges him out! They'll can make him go the long way, and he does it! They touch! Does he hold on to it? Yes!
Close. But here comes Smitty! Smitty on the bottom! Here he comes! To the line! Who is it gonna be? It is gonna be Mike Tyson!
trucks are going off, on and off the track. Cuts the corner, does RBN. They touch again. A drag race, side by side. And here we go. The photo finish. Let's go ahead and take a look at the power ranking.
Yes!
So,
Sup, fuckers. I use math to make shit go fast.
gonna be a sitting duck here. There goes VNV, around the outside, up the middle, trying to get 2 for the price of 1, trying to get 3 for the price of 1, and he does! VNV in the 4th. Coming back to green this time, it is Sean Purcell leading the way here. Daniel Michel still only 1 lap down, or rather, still a lap down, I should say.
Yeah, look who's in 3rd place right now.
Yeah, it's Jacob
Love
Hoskins.
to see it.
So here we go, coming back to green. 74 on the inside, 20 on the outside. Green flag in the air. Look at this start from the inside lane again. Landon Bednar's left. No one behind him. The top 2 getting away strong. It's Hoskins on the push.
Yeah, this time Hoskins got a good restart compared to his race start. So that'll put him in great position here for now.
He's got his teammate behind
But
him.
I don't know if he's gonna. Yeah, his teammate is behind him, but I don't know if Hoskins is maybe gonna try and shuffle.
He had a peek.
I don't know.
He had a peek.
Yeah. I would just personally. Oh, he's looking to make a pass. I don't think that's smart right now. You just restarted. You still got a plentiful of laps to go.
Here comes gas on the outside with no help. Outside lane Foreman. Wow. The 20 of Bednar's.
Yeah.
Abandons his teammate and team owner.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Personally, I would dock his pay. Actually, that might. No, it's not. It's definitely not helping. That angle looked like he got a run out of the corner, but he is dropping positions like crazy.
Ben Kuhn blinking in and out of existence. Sean Purcell out front. Now he's going to drop to the bottom lane.
Everybody seems to be in the high lane. You got 3 cars in the bottom.
Yeah, it's happening again, isn't it?
Don't know how. Yeah, but we did see that work last time. We saw 3 trucks on the high side tough it out on the bottom, or tough it out against the bottom, and they ended up, I think it was in the top 5 for a little bit. So maybe these guys just got to tough it out. As I say that,
It's not working. It's not going well.
in.
They're going to have to get in line, and
Yeah,
they're
there they go.
going to
They
do
just
exactly that.
tucked in. And then,
Here comes Michel trying to get his lap back. If he gets past the leader here, he will officially be on the lead lap. Question is, can he hold on to it? No one's behind him. He has no help. And he's going to drop back. He almost got that run for a second.
yeah, it looked like he had a good shot there to try and get his lap back, but I guess all that momentum may have run out. So he's going to be back in the pack. Middle of the pack, actually.
Yeah, he's
Because
going to
now that bottom line is starting to form up again.
He managed to miss the high line and the bottom line. He got left out to dry by both different lines at the same time. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. So Hoskins, the pole sitter, like you
Michelle's
mentioned,
going to tuck into the...
get to lead a
They're
lap.
toughing it out, but now Justice is going to drop down to the bottom. They're going to overtake the top 2. Stuck on the high lane, couldn't get down to the bottom to block Justice enough. So now Justice, making his debut, as you mentioned, now going to lead a lap here potentially.
Oh, this would be a big moment for Justice. If he could get a lap lead here at Atlanta. Off of 4, can he get there?
Oh,
no.
a huge run from the outside.
Yeah, the outside got a huge push there. Look at this. Bednar's gas and
Wow, they
Purcell.
they cleared him.
And now Justice fading back. Oh, wow. No one behind him either. He's going to drop all the way back here to the back of the pack.
Oh my goodness.
So the moment is over. Michelle's getting a little desperate here.
Yeah, he's doing anything he can to try and get that lap back. But I feel he's playing a dangerous game right now, being aggressive as a lap car. That just reeks of trouble, I feel like. One bad move or one aggressive lane change could take out the entire field here if he's trying to get his lap back.
Yeah, he's got to get it. I mean, you can try and hope for a caution, but like you said, we've been clean all race. We've had the one stage caution, as there's a little bit of rubbish with the wall there. I can't remember. Couldn't quite see who that was. Might have been the 74 of Sean Purcell, but I digress. We are keeping it clean, so Michelle trying to get aggressive here. He's going to have to lap the field on his own.
Everybody in this... Yeah. It's an unfortunate sight to see, but I don't think he's going to be able to get his lap back unless there's a caution. Because yes, he'll get the lead back, but now what? Or he'll get his lap back, but now what does he do? You can't. This is not one of those tracks where you can unlap yourself and then make your time up.
Exactly.
You unlap yourself, and you're now just the leader of the pack. You can't do anything about it. You just gotta run around.
Yeah, he'll be borderline in the same position. Only difference is the scoreboard will say he's, 30 seconds behind instead of a full lap, but he'll still be basically in the same spot.
It's kind of right now. It's looking like a lose-lose situation for Michelle. Alternating pit strategy on the first round of pit stops. Not help or no help from that penalty he got too. Put him down 2 laps instead of what could have been maybe only 1 lap.
Yeah, he would have been fighting for the lead of the race right now instead of fighting for the... Oh, Hoskins on the apron there. Saves it.
A lot of laps here. Gotta be smart about your decisions here. You don't want to run half of the... We're actually at the halfway point right now. You don't want to run halfway and then junk your car.
Exactly. Here comes Michelle trying to get the lap back.
You gotta...
Technically on the lead lap for
got it for a second.
10 feet. I really don't know what the strategy is here for the 25. No matter what happens, you're going to need a caution. You're not going to lap the field on your own, like you said.
Yeah. It's... There's no better way to put it than right now he's in a lose-lose. As Hoskins is going to jump to that inside. Is he challenging? He looks like he is.
Challenging for
Can
the
he
lead.
make it stick, though? It doesn't look like it. No help from behind.
Absolutely none.
Is he going to try and make that side draft work, though? No, he's not. He's going to fall right back in position.
And now the high line is the lane to beat. No one can touch that high line. You got 4 cars in the bottom. Tyler Justice trying to help. Oh,
This feels like a big game of chess, honestly. You have guys go to the high side, you run the high side, but then they go back to the bottom, so you run the bottom. It's just a cat and mouse kind of game. Chess involved too. It's just, you got to be heads up. I would probably be losing my mind right now.
You don't want to make the wrong move. Here goes Gas to the lead. Does anybody go with him? Yes, Daniel Michel goes to the bottom, and that is Lannon Bednar's left out to dry. There's that cat and mouse game. You said it. The big loser here is going to be the 20. He's going to drop all the way back. Good news is he's got his teammates behind him.
Now they're running the high side again. Looks like it's a pretty even split now between the bottom and the high line. I guarantee you that it's a transition of when we'll see another dominant line or lane. There it is, bottom line.
Yep, right as you said it. Michelle's gonna get hung out to dry. He's officially he momentarily was off the lead lap, then he's back on. Then he's off again.
Seems like I'm getting a hang of this cat and mouse game. Oh, be careful, Purcell. Be careful. Oh my goodness, that was close.
Running a little bit higher than maybe he would have liked. And he's got Ben Kuhn behind him. And I don't know if you can trust Ben Kuhn's connection. We've seen him kind of blinking in and out. And you got to be careful.
Yeah, he's been blinking all race. I honestly am surprised he hasn't gotten a penalty for it yet. He's been blinking all race. And I guess they don't deem it enough.
He's managed to keep
Again,
it
there it
clean.
is. You see him blinking.
Oh, that's going to be tough for the cars behind him because what do? You want to draft with somebody, but what happens when he blinks in and out and then you wreck him because of it. Here comes Michelle.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause he'll be on his bumper. Like right now, he could be on someone's bumper. He blinks in and out.
Just
Next time he
like
blinks
that.
back in, he's right on top of your nose.
So Gas continues to lead. It's Bednar's Gas, and look at this. Here comes Hoskins again. Here comes Sean Purcell trying to make a move. Bit of a wiggle there. Look at the run from Justice.
Or on the topic of Hoskins, I do want to bring up a question, a little off topic, but it won't be for too long.
Oh no.
So we do know Hoskins' girlfriend is in the server. Do you think it would be, what would the word be? Monumental? If we saw him get his first career win
With the
after
girl
getting
watching?
a girlfriend? Would that be the, exactly, that would be the ultimate aura moment right there. But that would definitely be a huge morale booster for Hoskins. We know Hoskins has been struggling with confidence in racing. He has doubted himself a lot, especially in the truck season. He has criticized himself a lot more than I think he wants to admit. So he is looking for just that one big morale booster he needs. And could it be tonight? Winning in front of your girlfriend would be absolutely monumental for your championship run.
Yeah, it could be. Can knock him into the next round of the playoffs. We'll have to wait and see. He's in a good position right now. Qualified on pole, so he has the pace. But can he get there? 73 laps to go here. A lot can happen, and then we're a few laps away probably from pit stops.
Oh no, he got shuffled down the bottom
He sure did, yeah.
by the lap car, Michelle, nonetheless.
Oh boy.
Was that it?
Michelle.
Do we count that as a commentator's curse?
Maybe a commentator's nudge, perhaps. Either way, not good for.
Yeah, I guess
Hoskins.
we're poking the bear. We've gotten away with a lot of commentators. What's it called? Not curses. What are we poking the bear? I guess you could say. We poked the racing gods a little bit.
Teasing them.
Nothing happening right now. Yeah, maybe they didn't get the memo that we're racing today.
They must have not. Brian Newell's. There he is. Paint scheme has updated.
There it is.
Here comes the pack.
He's gonna be a lap car. Let's hope.
Don't LePage it.
I was gonna say if he cared about his strategy right now, he would LePage the field to put himself back on the lead lap.
Well, he's got to do that about 40 more times, but yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear the new iRacing update? You wreck the field, you get every single lap back. It's a new achievement.
Well, he is well out of the way. It's good sportsmanship.
Yeah. He's just running a different line. That's all. He's trying to get a better run.
He's trying to cut the corner, trying to find that advantage.
Yes. Speaking of runs, it looks like the run is going to be on the high side. The advantage is up there. People shifting back up to the high lane. So, how many laps before we see him switch back down to the bottom lane here?
Well, they're uncontested right now, so I think they can kind of run whatever lane they want to. We'll see if they start running the bottom if another lane develops. Well, just as I say that, another lane's trying to develop. And Michelle, nobody goes with him.
Is he gonna make it stick though? No, he's not. He's gonna fall back again. Side draft not really playing in anyone's favor here today. Seems like it's not really as strong as especially the truck series. I know those guys have a lot of suck when it comes to air when they draft on the side of these doors and trucks. So I don't know. It's again, we talked about this earlier. This track is odd, to say the least. You draft, but you can't form a run. So you're always going to be running single file or two wide. You can't ever break away. You can't ever generate a run.
Whoa.
And when you do generate the run, it dissolves.
Hoskins was trying to side draft there maybe, but he's going to
Oh, no.
lose some speed and lose some positions.
Oh, my goodness.
These guys are starting to get a little bit racy. I think we're a few laps away from a green flag pit stop. It's been about 30 laps since the caution. So we should be getting there relatively soon.
Yeah, I would assume it would be in the next maybe 3 laps here. Maybe we'll see some people come in this lap. 'Cause I know last time I mentioned lap counts away from pit stops, we saw people immediately dive in. So perhaps this or next lap, I think we might see some people start coming in.
Yeah, we just might. We got 2x2 action here. Sean and Jacob Hoskins on the outside, Todd Lee and Tyler Justice on the inside. We got a challenge for a momentary challenge for the lead. Nobody goes with Bednar's, and he hops back in line. Todd Lee on the bottom. 2-car bottom
Yeah,
lane.
they're trying to generate. Yeah, I was gonna say they're trying to generate that bottom lane again, but it looks like everybody's sticking with the high lane for now. I think this is the longest time we've seen a lane stay in one lane. Honestly, as I mentioned that.
Just as you said that, yeah.
You see people.
Michelle.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be the lead now, but how long is that gonna last?
He might start.
Or not the lead. He's gonna get his lap back. Sorry.
He is gonna get his lap back. Cars jumping to the bottom of the track, but not into the pit entry.
Michelle leading the pack, but not the race. He is on the lead lap now. But again, as I mentioned earlier, it's still a lose-lose because you still need a caution to help you get back on this thing. Getting your lap back means nothing here at super speedways.
Yeah, he's got to try something. We're going to see. Oh, make some contact there is what we're going to see him do. Is he trying to jump to the bottom? Does he want to pit here? He squeezed the 74. I think he's pretty desperate to not lose this lap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why he'd be so aggressive with trying to stay in the lead lap. Either way, you stay in the lead lap and get a caution. You're back in position. You get your lap down, you get a caution. Again, you're back in position. So if I were him, I'd just be hanging back, trying to save fuel to try and attempt an overcut if we go green for the remainder of the race.
Yeah, he's got to try something. He's got to try anything. Oh! Big wiggle from the 74. Holds on to it.
Uh-oh, did he miss?
I don't know.
I think he may have tried to go to the pits because it looked, I don't know.
Look how aggressive they're getting.
Was...
Making some contact here off of 4.
Oh, goodness. 3 wide. 3 wide. Oh, goodness.
3 wide down the front straightaway at Atlanta. There's some contact.
No!
And
There we
it
go!
is. First caution of the day. Huge,
I think
hit.
that might... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Tyler
no.
Justice. It was just off screen.
On debut, that is not how you want to start your race or end your race potentially.
He's getting a tow back to the pits. We're gonna have to see. My goodness. Caution. Caution.
A Fi artist.
There it is. So.
There it is.
Boy, oh boy. Caution brought to you by Tay-Fi Artist, and let's take a look to see what happened here. My goodness. There you see the huge moment up ahead, but I want to see this hit. Oh my god.
Oh, that was definitely a concussion, an E concussion.
Yeah, an E concussion is right.
Well, who do you think is going to get the EOL for this? I think it might be, first incident might be a racing incident, in my opinion. They just both went to the same real estate.
Ran out of space.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's going to be hard to tell.
Is Michelle going to get a penalty for this one right here, too? He just kind of...
He hooked him.
Hooked the 33.
Hard
and then killed him right here. That is manslaughter. All 4 tires off the ground. He took flight for a little bit.
Yeah, that was...
Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Everyone's in the pits now.
Yeah, the chat is asking, why was Michelle so aggressive as a lap car? Why even, well, keep it up too. Again, as we mentioned, no matter what you're doing in that situation, you still get the same outcome. You stay as a lap car, you get the same outcome. You lead the pack, you get the same outcome.
It's very, very
There's absolutely no reason to be that aggressive.
Ryan in the chat,
Modern day
yeah.
Austin Hill, I would say.
That was a Dale Earnhardt type of wreck right there. Luckily, it's just iRacing, so he'll be okay. But my goodness, his car? Can't say the same for his car. Tyler Justice. Is he still in the pits? Might be out of the race. That looks like he says he's out.
Yeah.
That could be multiple minutes of damage. It could be too much damage to continue. Honestly.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any word on who's getting the EOL right now. Maybe they're trying to look it over, trying to see who
if anyone,
caused what. I mean, I know it's not in the handbook, but there's got to be, like, as a lap car, you just grew in 2 lead lap cars race.
You did. Tyler Justice was having
like
a great
deep
race.
Yeah, he was a contender. Now he's out, from what it seems.
He's either out or has
multiple
multiple minutes of damage.
I would. I mean, I guess this is probably why I'm not a staff member making the big calls, but I would at least like give him maybe like a drive-through for that or something. Tail end of the field.
Yeah, nothing right now.
You're a lap car. Racing the leaders, like you're going for the win. You're going for a lap, not the win. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's an odd situation here. But I guess he's gonna get off scot-free. Get the wave around, get himself back in the race, and probably win the race.
Well, he
with
is
dirty hands.
Still a lap down. He did get one. No, he did lose a lap. Let's see, or not lose a lap, but he didn't get it back.
Maybe it might have been because he was a part of that caution.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know, but I guess if he doesn't get his lap back, I guess that makes up for it. I guess for that incident, because I would imagine if you're in the caution, you usually don't get your lap back. That's how it works in real life for most racing series. If you are the caution, you don't get your lap back.
Well, as of right now, he's still a lap down, running in 9th. Unfortunately for Tyler Justice, his day is done. William Hightower is going to lead us back to green. 59 to go here.
That's gotta suck.
Absolutely. Justice out of the race. Green flag back in the air. And the bottom lane once again with a great start. It's Hightower and Todd Lee leading the way into turn 1.
Yeah, the bottom line got a good start here. Is now 3 wide.
Sean jumped all these guys back here. Got a Kyle Busch kind of start.
Oh, I mentioned it earlier in the race. Early on, Newell huffed it out. Now he's going to probably jump him in 42 laps time. He's going to take P10 away from Justice.
Yep, it's 1 more point.
So it's not, he didn't go home with nothing at least. He at least gained a spot in this race.
Unfortunately for Newell, he's not in the playoffs, but he can still get some good points here today. As Bednar cycles to the front.
Look at the 40s. Yeah, I was going to say, the 47 just absolutely pushed his teammate to the lead, and now they are going to have the lead. They cleared the outside. That is a great sight to see, knowing that the bottom now has some power to at least formulate a run now. So now it's a 1, 2
6, 7
teammates
going to the bottom now, looks like, except for Hightower. Nope, they're all sticking to the bottom now. Bednar's leading, Hoskins in 2nd, Gas in 3rd, Hightower in 4th.
Hoskins is looking for the lead. I still think it's too early to start looking for the lead. You still got, I think, what, 1 more stop, maybe 2 stops to go.
At least 1.
In this race before you can, yeah. Especially if it's your teammate too. I just don't see I can't justify that. Him pushing at least trying to challenge his teammate for the win.
I think he wants to lead that lap.
Especially with it being...
Lead a lap,
yeah, but... Patience, honestly. The best lap you could lead is the final lap. Why not settle for that if you could?
Yeah, his teammate, he's having a peek every time off before. He has a peek into the tri-oval. Doesn't go with it, but I don't know. I think he's plotting something. Keep an eye on Hoskins.
Hoskins is maintaining position. Usually we see him kind of, I wouldn't say panic, but you kind of tell when he like isn't ready. Yeah, he starts overthinking it when he gets up to the lead at the top 2 and he starts falling back. So great thing to see him not falling back right now. He's held on to it for the few laps here. So maybe he's starting to overcome those thoughts to try and potentially win for the first time.
Yeah, he had a strong run last week in the All-Star race. Trying to have another strong run here today so far. It's been pretty good. Got pole position. Gas going to the outside. Nobody going with him. There's the field. Zooming under the flag stand. Still a 1-2. We saw a 1-2 for Aftershock at Talladega. It was Simon Bednar's winning that race as well, with Parker Vance in 2nd. Could be the same thing here today.
They topped the. Yeah, there's a good chance here. But I was gonna say they topped off probably tired. No, they didn't. I think they stayed out that last caution, didn't they?
I
I was gonna
think
say that just
everyone pit.
reset their fuel. Did they pit? Okay, so everybody should be topped off on fuel. I think that what leads them. When did we go back green? I think with how many to go? I think it was what 60ish to go. I think.
Yeah, around 60 to go. They're gonna have
Maybe
to stop
50.
at least one more time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see them pit with maybe 20ish, 25 to go. I think that's what I'm gonna make a prediction, and that should get them the remainder of the way here if we
should
don't
get
have
them
any
to the
overtime
end.
attempts.
So everyone pit on around lap 100. So expect, yeah, the next 20 laps maybe. 20 to 25. Depends.
If we go green for the remainder of the race here, it's definitely gonna come down to fuel mileage. Who can have the better strategy?
I think that's where you start looking at guys like back here, Hightower, Gas, well, not Newell, Derek Fye. This back half of the pack, sitting back here in the draft, just hanging out. Oh, look at this, bottom lane, developing.
Oh no.
Todd Lee.
He saw Hoskins
Thought about it.
like he I think that was another overthinking moment right there. He kind of had that double take when wanted to go down to the bottom line, decided to stick with his teammate, and now he's going to pay the price. No one else behind him to help push him along.
Oh,
So
he's
I
getting
think that
pushed
was
up.
another win for his thoughts.
Yeah, gotta be calm here in these scenarios. You can't win the race with 48 to go, but you can definitely lose it. But look at the highline though. Just holding their own. Those two
Yeah.
aftershock cars. And Bednar is actually back to the lead. Might they clear Todd Lee? They do.
Oh my, they do. Okay, wow. That
And
is incredible.
Yeah. We haven't seen that all day. That's the first time.
Yeah, the last time I remember seeing that was with the truck race here. That exact move, not with those cars, but two cars hitting him on the high side to take the lead. Ooh, that was
Pretty
a little
good.
iffy. Hoskins got on the apron on the transition from the back straightaway to turn 3. That was close. I think he got away with that one. I don't know if he get away with another one there. That especially with that transition
Yeah, that's
from flat surface to banking, it's a little intimidating.
it's begging for a spin there in that scenario. Here comes Todd Lee looking to the outside. No one goes with him. Now everyone goes with him.
Oh, if I were Hoskins, I'd probably jump up to the high side here. I can see that the outside might generate a run here coming to turns 1 or 2 here.
The front
There
two
it is.
have to pick a lane
Again,
here.
Another overthought by Hoskins is costing him the lead. What could have been. Now he's gonna lose second and potentially third here.
Down the back straightaway.
Challenged for second now.
Luckily for Hoskins and Bednar.
It hurts to see.
Oh.
It hurts to see Hoskins overthinking so much.
Now they're getting real squirrely. He almost turns his teammate.
Oh!
Bednars holds on to it, but he's not going to hold on to his position. He's going to drop all the
my
way back here.
goodness. Someone was in the wall. I think that was Purcell in the wall for a moment there.
Yeah, Sean scraping the wall.
I hate to see it for Hoskins, really. It's just, I've raced with him for years now. Before he transitioned over to iRacing, he has had a lot of potential when racing. It's just he doesn't know what to do with that potential. It's his thoughts that get to him. His mind gets to him. He doesn't know what the right moves are in races.
Well, don't look now, but he's managed to recover back to third with 43 to go. Almost ruined his teammate's race, but they both held on, and now they're going to try and work together. Maybe not. Bednars actually goes to the high side with Hightower.
I would love to see Hoskins win tonight, but the biggest obstacle he needs to climb is not his opponents, but it's actually himself. He can get those thoughts out of his head, stop overthinking moves, just go with what you feel was gonna work. He can win this thing.
Absolutely.
But there have
He has
been
the
a lot of
pace.
opportunities where he can he's just been one bad move away from winning a lot more races than he has. He's right now at a big goose egg, 0. He could maybe be at 4 or 5 wins if he had just gone with his gut feeling.
Absolutely. He's going to have another chance here. He got a golden opportunity from the racing gods here to have another go at the race win here. 41 to go here. We're probably 10 to 15 laps away from green flag pit stops for fuel.
Yeah, Hoskins tried to block that outside again, and he's going to lose position because he lost momentum. Again, I saw him do a double take at that. He didn't know if he wanted to block that high line and ultimately decided to do it, and now he's at risk of losing a spot in the draft potentially.
Or are they working together now? Look at this. 47, 09, and 20.
I sure hope so.
Teammates all in a line. If they're going to win, I think them working together would be the best way. I think Hoskins is a competent race strategist away from being very competitive. Don't give him room
Exactly,
to
that's what I've been saying to a lot of people. He has the speed to show out. It's just he overthinks, and he's usually on the wrong decision most of the time. He gets those two problems fixed. He could be on challenging for the lead every race instead of for P7, P8.
Kyle Purcell in the chat says we're going to feel real goofy when Hoskins wins. Well, he just might. He just might prove us wrong. He might come out triumphant.
Hey, Hoskins, it'd be goofy. I picked Hoskins to win tonight. He was my pick.
That is true. I don't think I made a pick now that I look at it. Give me Brian Newell.
Pick Ben Kuhn. You missed the race. Well, we're getting, I think, to that point where pit stops are
Possibility.
maybe 10 or so laps out, maybe.
Yeah, more or less. They pit 23 laps ago. We've seen them go about 32-ish laps on fuel.
So I think they should be good. If they can just make it, what, 6, 7 laps around, they'll definitely be good on fuel here.
Yeah, they will. I wonder if anyone tries to go long here so that you have a lighter fuel load for this last stint.
Yeah, but then you'll end up in the position Daniel Michel is. I mean, he tried to overcut, and look where he's at now. He's fighting to stand the lap.
That is true. I think, however, the overcut might have been semi-successful. At least he would have stayed on the lead lap if he didn't speed in the pit lane.
He would have stayed on the lead lap, but he would have lost the draft, and he would have been in the exact same position, a lap
That's
down. Especially with that long green flag stretch we had.
Very true. What's going on back here with the aftershock cars? 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top. 3 teammates, you've got to work together here. Have to figure it out.
Especially wide there. You need to just kind of lock in and get in a rhythm. You guys are a team. You guys need to act like it. You guys can't be trying to pass each other. Like being in a team is just a name status. Being in a team is for a reason. You got to help each other out.
This is their chance. 3 aftershock cars, and the pack in front of them is 3 cars. But Bednar's heads to the outside, and they're just racing each other here with 35 to go.
Yeah, I can see the perspective from Bednar's. I mean, your team owner nearly turned you on the tri-oval a handful of laps ago, so I wouldn't be too keen on having him push you again. I would, or working with him, I would just kind of let him know that I'm not too happy with that move he put on me, so I would probably try and pass him too if I were him.
And I wonder who gets the point after the pit stop cycle. Connection issues, perhaps.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Oh man. So it wasn't me. All right.
It might not have been you.
Well, single file for now. Michel's still on the lead lap. Hasn't gone back down a lap yet, so what are we thinking? What are your thoughts right now?
I don't know. Michel has to try something, but he also has to pit. So I think his luck might be done for. He's going to hope for a caution. Gas in second, Lee technically in first.
This is Daniel Michel we're talking about. The amount of black magic that has happened to him.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't doubt that he's going to get back on the lead lap, honestly.
He's like the Patrick Mahomes of the Vantage Pro Series. He's just magically finds ways to win in the most obscene circumstances ever. He was 2 laps down a couple of weeks ago. 2 laps down a couple of weeks ago, and he still won.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what track that was. I was there for that broadcast. I'm trying to remember what track it was.
I think it was WTT. It might have been.
I think so. That sounds. I was thinking that, but I don't remember. Oh, you know, I think it might have been Kansas.
Oh yes, it might have been. I think you're right. All right, here we go.
And now we see people going into the pits. Yep.
Pulling the trigger. Todd Lee.
So, ooh, this is gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is super borderline. Look at how many laps they're pitting with to go. 31 to go.
And they pit 30 laps ago.
So I think, yeah. And you said the fuel window was maybe 30, 32-ish, I think was the maximum you said they could go. So this is going to be super iffy here on the final round of stops. I think they can make it, I believe, with the scheduled distance. Any overtime, and I think everybody's going to be panicking.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's going to be extremely borderline, like you said. Does everyone else come in? No, they're staying out. Okay, so there's going to be at least a 1 lap differential for all these guys and Todd Lee and William Hightower.
Yeah.
And look
So
at
I think
this.
the guys who pit now are definitely going to make it. It's going to be super close for the guys who are just coming out of the pits right now. They pit right on that the borderline of making it and not making it.
So those two are either going to make it. Everyone else stays out again. So it's going to be 2 laps the difference. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, that's right. Kyle Purcell won Kansas because Daniel was washed. I mean, he is a lap down right now. That's not true. He's head of the lead lap. Tail end.
Is the Daniel Michelle over?
Could it?
Did
Yeah.
it get canceled, not picked up
What
for
are
the
the
season?
What are the mathematics? And they stay out again. So we're looking at a 3 lap differential for these guys.
So these guys are definitely going to make it now. They're inside 30 to go. They pit. They're topped off on fuel.
Yeah. So I think.
So I believe
Hightower.
these top 5 are going to be your threats for the race win.
Hightower and Todd Lee, they're either going to be heroes or zeros here. We're going to find out in 27 laps if it worked out. Another
They're not
lap.
going in either.
Gasfi, Hoskins, and Bednars all staying out another lap. Same for Michelle.
I don't know. They got to pit soon, surely.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe these guys are on a normal. They stay out again.
Staying out again, yeah.
So now we're looking at
Maybe we've
5 laps.
overestimated the fuel window.
Yeah, we just might have. And it looks like Todd Lee and Hightower might have done the same. So Todd Lee and Hightower have pit. Sean Purcell. Ben Kuhn have not. Wow, I don't know. Oh, here comes everybody except for Brendan Gass.
Where'd they go?
Everybody but Brendan Gass.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I agree with that one. I think Brendan Gass may have just thrown his potential win out the window. The overcut didn't work last time, but then again, people are spread out around the track, so there's a good chance he falls in behind some smaller pack like that right there, and catches back up. So maybe we'll have to wait and see though.
He's coming in now.
Because he's coming in this time, yeah, coming in this time. Cycles Purcell out to the lead for now. I don't know if that's how it'll stand. I don't think that's how it'll stand.
Well, he's got a.
No.
Purcell's got a pit.
Yeah, Gass is still in the lead.
So does
yeah.
Ben Kuhn.
Purcell. Purcell has to. Oh, so the top 3 still have to pit. Okay.
Yes. Top 3 coming in.
Top,
well, let's see. Is Purcell? No, my goodness.
Top 2
Purcell
and 3.
staying out again. Ben Kuhn and Kyle.
Wow.
Kyle's brother, Sean, staying out. By the way, this is Hightower and Todd Lee. So much going on right now. High line has pit. Bottom line hasn't. Simple as that. Are they coming in now? Yes, they are. Okay.
Yeah, they're pitting, so everybody should cycle back out, right?
Gas
like
is third. Where is Hoskins? He is off of 4 with
Ooh, wait.
Bednar's behind him. Gas
Did it work?
slowly getting up to speed here. It might have, although he doesn't have any help, so it's kind of all
Yeah,
for
he has
naught.
no help. So the second Bednars and Hoskins get him, they're gonna fly by him,
So this could be
and they're split up too.
it for Hoskins.
Wow,
Gas
he
is
has
only hope.
put himself right in position. Is Daniel Michelle, and I think that's what's happening. I think Michelle's gonna wait for him.
Oh boy, maybe they are gonna work
Oh
together.
my goodness.
Gap here.
Welcome back, 2011 NASCAR tandem drafting all around the track.
Yep, this is gonna come down to where Michelle is. He's gonna be right in front of Gas. So who's gonna work together better now? You got a touring team driver, well, 2 touring team drivers, the defending champ and Daniel Michelle, and you got Hoskins chasing his first win with his teammate behind him. Gap is 4.4 seconds with 21 laps remaining. How does that play out? 3-car pack.
Yeah, Hoskins and Bednar want to get back up to Brandon Gas. They need to be bumper to bumper the entire time. They can't have any sort of gap between them, because bump drafting is a lot faster in the next gens than just regular drafting. They need to be tandem drafting this entire final stretch, these final few laps. They need to be doing exactly what
And that's
Michelle
not
and
what
Gas
they're
are
doing.
to
Are
each
they
other.
swapping here? Is this a team order?
I don't know. I sure hope it is. That is probably going to lose him a little bit of time here.
Lost him about a
Switch.
10th already. Interesting. And don't look now. Look at this pack in the back. 3-car pack.
Yeah, that too. If that pack catches Hoskins and Bednars, that's going to put him at the advantage over Brandon Gas and Daniel Michelle, because it's 2 cars drafting each other with the whole pack. Go hunt them down. We saw earlier in the race, a pack of 3 was hunted down by the pack of 6 in what felt like less than 5 laps.
I think that might have to be the option here. The gap between Bednar's and Gas is still about 2.3 seconds. It was coming down, I might add, a lot faster when Hoskins was in front. Is Hoskins a better
I
front driver than
think they
Pusher?
just threw their. I think they may have just thrown their only chance at catching them away.
Yeah, because now these two working together beautifully, seamlessly. They do have a lot more. I don't know about a lot more. It's hard to say. I know Aftershock works together really well. I'm sure they practice. Gap is 5 seconds. I don't know. It could be coming down then. Under 5
I guess
seconds.
we're gonna just have to trust their process, maybe.
Gonna have to wait and
Let
see.
them cook, perhaps.
Will they switch back? No, they won't. 4.8. 17 to go. I love these kind of strategy deficit races. Running the bottom. 4.78.
They're closing, but it's very minimal.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's kind of stalled out about 4.8. It was 5.5 a few laps ago.
Yeah, if they can get these 3 to catch up to them, that'll help them out a lot. But from the looks of it, it is not going to happen. So it's just looking like it's going to be a 2 tandem race here.
Yeah, it just might. Because now that gap's
I
growing.
think. Yeah, they
figured it out.
That's gotta hurt. Yeah, that's gotta hurt if you're Hoskins or Bednars, knowing you had probably the biggest advantage until the lap car played the biggest factor, the biggest wrench into your plan, effectively killing your race win. And I know that's gotta hurt for Hoskins, any more than anybody else here.
And it's interesting because Brandon's Gas is not a playoff driver, so if he wins here, nobody gets the win and in to the next round. It effectively nullifies that advantage you might have if you're Bednars or Hoskins. Does Hoskins...
Yeah, and that just gives them one less race.
try something?
There's just not a lot they can try unless their only option I could see that could be working that would work in their favor is letting off and letting that pack of third catch him. But then you pose the risk of losing more time and not being able to close enough.
I think they might not have a choice. This
So
gap
right-
to the back to this little pack behind is 1.1. It was about 1.6 earlier. So that gap's closing quickly.
They've got to hurry if they're going to do it. They've only got 12-ish laps to go here. Coming to 12 to go, if they're going to make any sort of attempt at catching these guys, it's got to be now. Seeing that gap increase to 5 seconds, losing another second would put them at 6, and that would probably most likely be it if they can't catch back up, because 6 seconds here may not sound like a lot, but it is, especially for drafting.
Yeah, and they're running out of time very, very quickly. The clock is ticking for these packs to try and catch up to the leaders.
Oh, if
Oh,
only
car
we
in the
could get a
wall!
Phantom car. Oh, did I just call it?
Surely not! Caution is out! As you were saying it!
Oh my goodness!
We are never beating the scripted allegations. Chat, clip that. Oh
No
my
way!
goodness. Not so much a phantom caution, but a caution nonetheless.
It's still a caution nonetheless. I'll take it.
Guys, this changes absolutely everything about every single strategy aspect we were just talking about. Let's take a look at what happened. It looks like it was Ben Kuhn. Caution barge about tape fire.
That has just changed everything. You know that helps out the most? Daniel Michelle.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they got into each other. And
That's that.
speechless.
I don't believe it.
Absolutely speechless.
I'm speechless.
So Daniel Michelle gonna get the wave around, and somehow, some way, he finds a way through black magic. I guess you could only call it black magic at this point.
Yeah, it's getting unbelievably suspicious. The amount of black magic that has gone into this.
If Michelle somehow manages to win this race after being down a lap for, the entire, ever since the first stint came to an end, he was down 1 to 2 laps. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Well, this hurts Brandon Gass because he had a perfect scenario. The cars behind weren't catching. He had a draft partner who was no threat to challenge for the race win. Now he doesn't have that draft partner. He's got Hoskins and Bednar's teammates behind him, or one will be starting behind him, one will be beside him. But oh man, this throws a wrench in the 92's plans.
You know what? Well, okay, so my first question. Do we have a choose cone thing? Are they allowed to choose their own lane, or does it automatically...
I'm pretty sure it automatically sorts them up.
Oh, I was gonna say, if it's a choose cone, I would definitely predict seeing Bednar's and Hoskins take that high line, without a doubt. Because based on the trends throughout the entire race, while the inside does get the jump start, in about 5 laps, that outside lane takes the lead and completely clears the inside lane. So that would have worked hugely into Hoskins and Bednar's favor.
Yeah, well, we saw, was it Blaney and Cindric at the 2022 Daytona 500 on the restarts? One would let the other one chop in front of him. And I don't know, what if we see something similar here with the Aftershock boys? Look, you got Hoskins and Fi on the inside. Who's to say Hoskins doesn't drop back a little bit, let Brandon Gass get a huge gap with no help, and then you have a Aftershock freight train at the bottom of the track. We're gonna have to see what happens, but a lot at play here.
This is definitely gonna be an interesting restart here, especially inside 10 to go now. We're coming to the green, I think, with 8 to go, or with 9 to go, coming to 8 to go, I believe. So now everything's out the window. Strategy's out the window. Everybody can make it on fuel.
Yep.
Have enough tires. So we're going to see a lot of drivers get really aggressive now, considering we are less than 10 laps away from the finish of this race. A lot of these guys in the playoffs trying to win their way into the next round, especially the entire top 5, I'm pretty sure, besides Brandon Gas.
Everyone but Gas in the top 5 is a playoff driver. Daniel Michel looking to make a comeback of the ages. Pace car coming in. We'll have 8 laps to go at Atlanta. Brandon Gas leads them to green. Landon Bednar is on his outside. How does this restart go for Aftershock? They hit the restart zone. Green flag drops. What happens here? Inside gets a really good jump. Wow.
Great Hoskins. Wow, he was right on the bumper.
Into turn 1. Side by side for second place. Is Hoskins throwing all strategy out the window? Is he just getting hyperly aggressive here? Bednar's nowhere to go.
Oh no, his only form of help is gone now. Hoskins is a sitting duck here, sitting in P2. He has got to keep his mind clear.
Gotta take a deep
This
breath.
is probably the closest he's ever gotten to win. Yeah, he's got to keep that mind clear. Just focus on the leader. Don't focus on anything behind you. Don't focus on yourself. Focus on the leader. This is the closest he's ever gotten to a win in the Vantage Pro Series.
Here comes Todd Lee.
Now he's looking to try and capitalize off of it.
He's trying to use
And that
the
might have just
draft.
killed it. That
Yeah.
might have just killed it. Oh my goodness.
Here comes Todd Lee. Oh, and everyone.
Yep.
Oh, look at the move here from
Oh
Todd
no.
Lee. Daniel Michel.
Hoskins is going to drop back.
In the
But Todd
second.
Lee goes to the lead here.
Todd Lee into the
And
lead.
just as
A
we
wiggle.
predicted with the black magic,
Oh.
look at Michelle. Oh, Bednar's.
Bednar's in the wall, in the tri-oval. Daniel Michel trying to use his powers, his black
Look
magic.
at Hoskins. Hoskins is back.
Hoskins is back. He's got another chance with 6 to go. Trying to make the high line work. It's only 2 cars on the outside.
He jumped to the high line. Why? Oh my goodness. I
Hoskins and
threw away
Gas.
another win. What could have felt like another win?
2 by 2.
If it works, if that outside line works, I'm going to be surprised because that is, and he's in the wall.
Yeah, touch of the wall there. He's going to drop back.
Goodness.
Sean Purcell trying to get the high side to work. Coming to 4 to go. Look at this. Brian Newell in the middle of this pack. My goodness, 42 laps down. Surely you don't want to see him play a part. Sean Purcell, by the way, he's a lap down, so he's not fighting for the lead. He's just trying to fight for his lap back. Leaders are on the bottom.
Yeah, so the leader on the high line right now is Hoskins, who's on the lead lap. So while you have 4 cars on that high side, you only have 3 of them on the lead lap. Oh, there's contact. Oh, there's contact.
They hold on to it. This is for the lead of the race.
Hoskins has the lead on the outside with help in front of him.
He's got Sean Purcell in front. He's got Todd Lee to his inside. He's got Brandon Gas behind him. He's got 3 laps to go to hold on to a win, to try and get to the next round of the playoffs. A bump there to the 74.
Oh, he made contact. You do not want to hurt with your biggest advantage is that lap car ahead of you, giving them that toe up in front to help you stay ahead of these guys. If I'm Hoskins, I am stuck to Purcell like glue, super glue even. I don't try and pass him. I stick to the high side.
You gain
Whatever
nothing.
lane Purcell goes with, I go with it.
You gain nothing if you pass Sean Purcell.
It's
You just
all
got
or
to use
nothing
him.
for Hoskins here. 2 to go. Next time by, they'll see the white flag here.
Can he hold on to it? Gas behind him. Here comes the bottom lane. Does anyone go with Hightower? The answer is no. Here comes,
Now you see him
Hoskins to the
tuck
bottom.
out a line. Oh my goodness.
White flag in the air at Atlanta. Jacob Hoskins leading the way. He's got his teammate
Hoskins
behind
has
him.
it. It's
How racy do they get here? It was a 1-2 for Aftershock at
Yeah.
Talladega. Oh, 3 wide.
he's 2 corners away.
Can he hold on to it? He's got his
Come on,
teammate
man, you
behind
got
him.
this.
All eyes
Come
on
on.
Hoskins. He leads through 3.
Oh, he's all clear.
Teammate
he's all
behind
clear,
him.
he's got
off of 4. It's
He's
Jacob
got
Hoskins.
it. He's got it.
The winner. The winner. The winner. It's Jacob Hoskins. It's Jacob Hoskins.
Jacob Hoskins. Oh my goodness.
The winner at Atlanta. No one can believe it. I'm shaking. I can't believe it. Hoskins through. Hoskins wins. Nearly 4 years since his first
I think I
Vantage
might be
win.
crying. I think I'm crying.
Look at, here comes.
Oh my God, he did it!
He's done it. He has done it.
Oh,
Kyle
that
Purcell
is.
called it.
I am speechless.
Have
I
you
can't believe it. He
ever?
did it.
He overcame himself. What a race. Atlanta always delivers the greatest story.
Burn it down to the ground, buddy. Burn it down. You deserve it, dude. Oh,
Everyone's
my gosh.
celebrating. All of Aftershock on the front straightaway. It's an Aftershock 1-2, by the way. Slay in the chat can't believe it. He's happy. I think everyone's happy for him. It's a true underdog story.
I don't think anybody could be mad at him for this. Fighting so long for your first win, that's got to be a great feeling. He's only had one prior win to this, and that was, I believe, way back in the GTA days.
Yeah,
now he is a winner in iRacing.
He's got it. He is the first driver through to the next round of the Vantage Pro Series playoffs. He can hang back and relax for the next two races. Oh, I'm sure he's going crazy. They're going to get a great photo op. It's a 1-2 for Aftershock. Derek Fye comes home in 7th. What an experience.
Oh my gosh. If you're hating on Hoskins for this win, you got no heart. Plain and simple. I don't think anyone has been more deserving of this win than him today. He has fought from the front to the back to the front to the back again, back to the front to win it. Oh my goodness.
I got to rewatch the end of that race once this stream is over. That was electric.
I'm giving him a spotlight, but I'm proud of him, not just because he got his first win, but he did it in the Aesop Purge car.
Oh, he did do it in the Purge car. That's right.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting shades of 2001 Daytona 500, dude. Calling him back to the line in my car, in my sponsor. That was phenomenal. I've raced with this man for years. I've been telling people he's good. We may have gotten into a little bit of a rivalry, but I got to applaud him.
Yeah, that was whew. I cannot believe what I've just seen. Let's get these guys in here for an interview. Oh, still recovering. Is Todd Lee in here? We'll get Todd Lee into the booth. I'm going to steal him from his... There he is. So Todd Lee. All right. Todd Lee, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
I got you loud and clear, buddy. How you doing?
Good, good. So bit of a crazy race there at the end. Pretty tame for the first 3 quarters or so. You managed to come home in 3rd. How was that race for you?
It would be a liar to say that it doesn't sting a little bit. Just kind of got stuck down there on the bottom side. Had a good car, had a good strategy. Everything was working out. Just, sometimes that is the way it is. But yeah, all in all, it was a great race. I actually had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, good finish for you, even if it wasn't a victory. It was kind of close there at the end. You had those Aftershock cars in front of you kind of blocking. But you did all you could with what you had, and top 3 finish is nothing to be sad about.
Oh, no, I just hope, I hope everybody here put on a good show tonight. It seemed like it was a good race from where I was sitting, so hopefully from y'all's seat it was pretty good. Yeah, like I said, great race in the playoffs. Can't complain with the top 3. Move on to the next one. Try to win it again.
All right, well, congratulations on 3rd, and we'll see you out there next week.
All right, buddy. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Have a good night, Todd.
You too.
That was 3rd place Todd Lee. Let's get the runner-up Landon Bednar's in here. Landon and Sneeko and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you got pushed to the win at Talladega by a teammate. Today you pushed your team owner to a win here at Atlanta in the playoffs. How was that for you?
Man, it felt great. He was actually the one who helped me get to that position for my win with a good shove and made me through the wreck. So it was just an all-around. When I saw him out front, I tried to do everything I could to block for him coming to the checker.
Yeah, you did a great job there. Held off the whole field. I'm sure he's going crazy. I can't wait to interview him. But any closing words for your team and for your team owner?
No, I mean, it was great. It was fun. We worked together all night. It sucks seeing Sean drop back. He was fun pushing. Brandon was great pushing me to the lead too. Overall, it was a great night. I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, congrats on P2, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thanks, sir.
All right. I think this is what everyone has been waiting for. Let's get the man
Yep.
of the hour. I'm still excited. Oh, let's get Hoskins in here. Jacob Hoskins. Oh
You
my
did
god.
it! You did it! Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh. Oh my.
Still sending in, I'm sure. So you took the lead with about 3 or 4 to go. Was your heart in your throat?
Yeah, as soon as I made that move to the bottom and I saw Landon behind me, I was just telling Landon, please, just keep blocking. And he just kept blocking them. He just stayed behind me the entire time, so fantastic teamwork, and I'm just proud of the work he did. I think Hurricane Hangover, they were watching the race live, and yeah, it's so surreal to finally win, and in the playoffs too. I don't know who was it in the podcast that said, "Oh, Jacob's not making it past the first round."
It wasn't me. It was actually Chief. I'm pretty sure.
Chief said I wasn't making it past the first
Eat
round.
those words, Jacob or Chief. Eat those words. Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh,
So proud of you, man.
Absolutely.
Oh
You
my gosh.
you get to chill for the next 2 races. No pressure.
yeah,
Oh.
I'm still gonna go for points, but it was fun. I had a lot of time, and Sean was lined up perfectly for me to sit behind him and just stay in the draft. And with him up there, we had the outside going, and that's all we needed.
Yeah, incredible stuff. I think the entire server is extremely happy for you. Congratulations, everyone all around is really happy. Even in the chat, you got Slay Rocker going crazy in the YouTube chat. So enjoy it, soak it in, have a good long night, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Any closing things you want to add to Jacob's interview there, Perch, or either one of you?
Oh, I can't. I'm speechless. I just the only words I can muster up is I'm proud. I'm proud of you.
I got one
I've
more
raced
thing.
with you for years, dude. I'm so proud of you.
One more thing before we close off. Make sure you guys go DM Purge for Custom Diecast. He's my sponsor, and we got the win today. So with his brand on the car, so I think it's real big for that brand over there to get this win.
Oh my gosh, dude. I'm proud of you. That's all I can say. I wish I could find more words, but I'm speechless, dude. Great job.
I almost cried, dude, coming to the line.
I'm not gonna lie. I shed a few tears. I still am right now. I'm proud of you, dude.
Oh man,
Oh.
that's awesome. Well, soak it in. Enjoy the rest of your night. Reload for next week, and yeah, congrats. You made it to you're the first driver to make it to the second round of the VPS playoffs.
Thank you guys. Hey, Joey Logano, all I'm saying, did well at the All-Star race. Won in Atlanta. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Could we see a very own Joey Logano story? Well, Hoskins, congrats. Thanks for coming out, and have a good night.
Thank you.
We'll put him back in there. Oh, Purge. Man, what a race. What a finish. What a story.
Yeah, I mean, if that's not a reason to join Vantage, I don't know what is. That was probably the most entertaining race I've been a part of for a while.
Yeah, the storylines. We saw Hoskins falter a little bit. He didn't lead the opening lap. He got pole, dropped back, had to fight his way through. Still didn't lead. I think he only led. I'll have to check, but the last 3 laps, he only led. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I think it was just the final few laps.
What an
That
experience.
is incredible. That was certainly probably one of the greatest racing events I've been a part of.
Absolutely. One for the history books. The first year on YouTube for the Vantage Racing Team YouTube channel. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. My goodness. What a great way to start off this week of racing. We got 4 more races this week. Friday Night Fenders tomorrow. Saturday, we got Formula America and the opening round of the Vantage Indy Special League. Sunday, we have the opening round of V1 Season 7. So it's all going to be right here on YouTube. I'm pulling a quintuple header of commentary, so be sure to tune in to every single one of those races. Like, subscribe, smash the bell, whatever they say, and we'll see you guys next time.